Hi, welcome to my Makeup Monday for Monday the 24th of November 2025. I'm a few minutes late. Oh, I'm 6 minutes late. Oh dear, so sorry. My name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast. And yes, it looks like I have gone live, so I shall move my phone out of the way now. And it's on silent. So today's my Makeup Monday, and quite often, hi Felicity, how are you? Quite often my Makeup Mondays are fun fold cards. I do love fun folds. Hi Elizabeth. Oh, you got your online class package today. Gee, I don't know why that took so long this time round. Maybe because, I don't know, I'm making it up. Maybe because we're leading up to Christmas and things are getting a bit busier perhaps. And I didn't take that into account. I'm glad you're good, Felicity. Hi Jenna Marie. Yeah, but I don't do an online class in December, so we won't have to worry for December. So, but I'm glad you got it, and you can watch the replay. So that's good. Good. That makes me happy. Okay, so let's go down to the craft desk. I'm going to show you this really easy fun fold card, and it's a great way to use up your designer series paper. Hi Tanya. Thanks for hopping on. And if you're like me, you can mainly see cardstock behind me. Yeah, that's 12. That one's 12 by 12 cardstock. All the ones along the top are cardstock, A4 cardstock. Hi, Margaret. Oh, that's what you thought too, Elizabeth? Yeah, I didn't think of that. Anyway, I'll know for next year. So along the top is my A4 cardstock. That one over there that I'm pointing at, that's my 12 by 12 cardstock, as is, and this one. I'm trying to work it out. That one's my 12 by 12 cardstock. This is also 12 by 12, which is the two-tone cardstock, and I think there's some specialty paper in there, like glimmer paper and stuff. I don't know if you can, where am I now? Over here, this one. This is my current, these two here that you probably can't see this one. Hi Lynn. These two are my current designer series paper, just like in the catalogues. I've got another cube over here in the corner that's just got retired stuff, retired designer series paper. So if you like me, and don't ask me about my retired stuff I'm trying to get rid of. My retired designer series paper. Ah, if you like me, you have a lot of designer series paper in your collection. And at first I used to not want to cut into mine because it was precious and too pretty, and I'm past that now. Otherwise I'm going to have to move house. Now my aim of the game is to use up my designer series paper. Each Christmas I'm wanting to try and get rid of it all, so that the next lot that comes along next year, I'm not got stuff left over from this year. Hi Joan. You have trouble with the first use. So that's my goal. I don't know if I'm ever going to achieve it, but that's my goal. So it's good to have a goal. So, having said all that and blabbering on, let's go down to the craft desk. I'm just moving a couple of things out of the way and get started. Okay, so we are going to do a diagonal gatefold card. Now, I did see Lisa Curcio do this a couple of weeks ago on her YouTube channel. And I have done one in the past, and I was going to try and find that for you before I went live, and I forgot all about that. So just believe me, I did do one in the past. I probably have done a video on it. Who knows? But let's have a look at some that I have whipped up. And I literally mean whipped up. I did this one yesterday. As your goal for Christmas this year? Well, maybe I'll be able to help you, Lynn. I did this one yesterday. So, and it opens like that. So it's our specialty paper. and it's just all designer series paper. It will fit into a standard card envelope. And I've stuck pretty much with probably the USA dimensions. I could have gone bigger. I could have gone, what could have I gone? This is 5.5 inches. I wonder if I could have gone 6 inches. I could have actually. So you could even go bigger and use half a sheet of designer series paper for one card. So you'll get 2 cards out of 1 sheet of designer series paper. I've just stuck with the American sizing that she quoted, because I didn't want to try and use my brain and rejig them. Because, you know, sometimes using your brain's a bit hard. And literally, this is 5.5 inches, but as we just saw, 6 inches will fit into our standard envelope. And it's just a, oh, sorry, that was too high. It's just a panel inside, showcasing the paper, and it folds back over. And just using a die, we don't even have to use a die. I've used the textured notes dies. Yes, and I always call them the nested essentials. Why do I do that? Textured note dies. Why do I call them that wrong name? Maybe I've just got a brain block about that. So, and I've used a stamp set that I was going to check that before I went live and I forgot. Decorative trees. Now they did retire the decorative trees dies last year, but the stamp set was still in the online store. So the last time I looked, which is probably a couple of weeks ago, it was still available. I don't know if it's still available now, but it was when I looked. And I did tell you the other day that I've kept this one called Itty Bitty Christmas, because the little sentiments are itty bitty. And they're really good sometimes. Perfect example. I just needed a little teeny one. So all I've done is stamped the Christmas tree in birthmark, heat embossed it in gold, and stamped a sentiment there and a sentiment there. How easy is that? So I literally made these 3 up after midday today. Yeah, so this is another one using the Modern Christmas paper, as is this one, Modern Christmas. You're on the hunt for itty bitty now. Good luck. This is one, Tanya, that I'm never letting go because I just loved it. And you know what, the one I really liked the most out of this stamp set was this Lots of Love at Christmas, which was curved, because you didn't have to stamp it straight. There was a little bit of leeway if you got it crooked, because nobody would know. But it's got some beautiful sentiments in it, so I wish you all the best in tracking that one down, because it is a good one. This was another one using the Modern Christmas Designer Series paper, so it's got the fa la 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 la. Now I will show you that if it's directional, you got to be careful. Oh, thanks, Tanya. I'm glad I'm not using 2 retired stamp sets. So I'll show you in a minute my boo-boo on my cutting for this one. Make sure your fa la 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 la's aren't upside down when you do your diagonal cut. Yeah. And I think this is mistletoe. I think that's what that image is. So how easy is that card? Okay, and then I thought, all right, let's have a little branch. Let's branch out. And not using the branching out bundle, but using the Traditions of Christmas paper and the textured note dies, we came up with this one. So once again, it's pretty easy. It's 4 score lines, and then this one. I don't have the Christmas greenery stamp set. These are just fussy cut out of the paper. But and I didn't want to put a sentiment across this front piece, because this is going to stand on somebody's cupboard quite nicely, and they'll be able to see the Merry Christmas inside, and obviously the colours. So have a think about what's in your stash of designer series paper. Think about the Peaceful Garden, the Dove paper, the blues. Think about the where is it? This one. The Elegant Pine Snowflakes paper. I'm going to do some of the cards with this and the branching out stamp set. Oh, there's just so many options, really. Once you've got your papers worked out, there's so many options. And you could use different dies here. You could use the Everyday Arches. You could use the branching out dies. There's just so many options. So let's get started. I've got dogs barking, birds singing. Hopefully nobody doing work outside. See, I've even written Nested Essentials here. How silly am I? It's the textured notes dies. So these are my inserts. So let's just put all that over here to my left if I forget. And let's grab a piece of designer series paper, 12 by 12. And we'll grab a beautiful trimmer. Now obviously make sure you cut it the right way if it's directional. You don't want to cut it. No, should I do this one 6 inches? Maybe my dies won't be big. No, I'll stick with this one because my inserts and everything will be a little bit too small. You don't want to cut this at 5.5 going this way because your card is actually going to go that way. I do love your comment, Felicity. You think you could wallpaper inside and outside of your house? You still have enough for cards. Well, I'm trying to help here. I'm trying to help. Okay, so this side's not so much directional. It could go either way. But this is the side you have to be careful of. So put in your paper. Just be mindful of directional paper. And we're going to cut it at 5.5. Where's my notebook gone? What did I do with it? It's not to the left. I've hidden it. Oh, here it is. I'm just double checking. 5.5. Now, as we measured up with our envelopes, we could even go to 6 inches here in Australia because our envelope will fit a 6-inch card inside. Maybe that's my next challenge, to do one at 6 inches. I would just then have to scale up my dies for the outside and the inside panels. So 5.5. So you'll easily get another, obviously, 5.5 out of that, and you'll have a strip of paper left over. I like that comment, Felicity. That's really funny. Okay, so with your beautiful paper trimmer, the Stampin' Up trimmer, which I think is the best trimmer ever, we're going to get our cutting blade right out of the way. I have my cutting blade. I see a lot of people have them the other way around to what I do. No, the 6 inches wouldn't change the scoring measurements, and you'll see that in a minute. So maybe we should make 2 cards today. I see lots of people have the scoring blade on top and the cutting blade underneath, but this is the way I have it. So I'm making sure my cutting blade's right out of the way. And this is where you're going to score it. The scoring's so simple. 2 inches, 4 inches, shimmy it across to 8 inches, and 10 inches. Now, sadly with black and gold, it's a little bit hard. So I am going to just crease my card up, just so I can get more of a indication. Should have gone this way, silly me, of where my scores are. Okay, now we're going to grab our pencil. Hi, Leslie. Okay, so we can bring our arm in. And we're going to grab our pencil, and at 2 3/4, which is half of 5.5 inches, 2 3/4, we're going to put a little mark in the track, like in the track. You could do it like this. Put your thing down, your arm down, and just put a mark up here, and a mark, trust me, I'm down the bottom now, and a mark down the bottom, a pencil mark. Okay, so this is where, if you've got directional paper, you need to be a little bit mindful, because let me just Did I put it in here? Yeah. When you're cutting your diagonals, you don't want your fa la 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 upside down, like I did here. So I don't want my Christmas trees upside down, so I can use that for something else. But I am going to put the second score line and that pencil line in the track. Okay, and my trees are the right way up. And that's when we're going to bring our cutting blade back down. Okay, so I'll take that off. And the same with over here, put the second score line or the 4-inch score line and the pencil mark. If you can see, I can see it, but yeah, you probably can't see it, but I can see it, in the track, and cut up there. So you've got these two little triangles that you can, if you're really desperate, you can keep them. If you're really, really desperate, I would actually throw those away. So now we have our diagonal gatefold card. Now, if you want to do it that way, you can. If the beauty of this fold is you can turn it over and see which way you prefer to have it. And I'm not sure which way I'm going to prefer to have my gatefold. So just get your bone folder and score it down nicely. And do I want it that way? I'm not sure. That's going to show the stars off and the trees that way. Let's have a look. Let's go back this way. I think I like it this way. I think I like it this way. Yes, I think I do. Decisions made. Okay, so your card's going to stand like that, and you're going to show off your trees, but some of these trees will be covered, but then you've got your gold, black and gold stars over here. So your panel inserts for a 5.5-inch tall card are 5 inches by 3.5, and your white layer is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. So it's going to go in like that, just like this one. No, just like, well, yeah, it's just like these ones. Okay, and then you've got your textured note dies. And as I said, these dies could be anything. They could be the textured notes. You could put the everyday arches. I probably wouldn't use everyday arches because to me this has got, you know, sharp, diagonal, pointy sort of lines to it. And I don't think an arch sort of blends in with that. But that could be just me being silly. I think these ones would work. And I also think the branching out dies would work as well. So then you put that on your front and you only attach it to one side, and when you open it you can see all the trees. So let's just do that. Let's get going. So that's our card base done. How about that? So let's get rid of our little post-it notes, and I've got things everywhere because I'm in the makings of all sorts of things at the moment. Where are we? Okay, here is, no, that's not what I want. I want the Merry Christmas first and my black memento. And the other thing is, you don't actually have to do heat embossing. If you don't want to, you don't sorry, I got distracted by a text message then. One of my other ladies that I sent a kit to for my online class on Saturday still hasn't received hers. So you could just stamp this black, but I think that's a bit boring. So that's why I did the gold embossing to go with it. But I am just doing black memento on the inside with my Merry Christmas from the traditional labels. Okay, that's that one. I'll keep that handy, but I won't use it yet. And that's just going to go straight onto this, so we can do that. I did have to get some glue out. and get some new glue started. Now you all know there is a Black Friday sale starting tomorrow with Stamping Up, and there will be up to 40% off on various items. Oh, you prefer it folded the other way? Well, let's just see. Okay. Yes, so don't forget that starts tomorrow, and it's while supplies last. So if there's going to be adhesives on sale. I don't know what adhesives. There's going to be stamping blends on sale, cardstock. So it's select, so it's not everything. So just be aware of that it's not everything. Okay. See, I think I want the trees on the inside. Hey, I know what we can do, Marilyn. Oh, that's that text message coming again. I'll do it this way for this one, but then I'll cut it at 6 inches, and we'll make one slightly bigger, and we'll do it the other way round. How about that? I think that's what we can do. So I will put that there. And I'm going to get my tree and my Versamark and get rid of these. And I am throwing these out. Trimmer blades, yes, I'm hoping the trimmer blades are on sale as well, because I am going to stock up on those as well. And Tombow glue, I'm going to stock up on that if that's in the mix. So I'm just going to put my little embossing buddy over my white piece of cardstock. I've got my Versamark. I'm going to ink up my tree. Now there is a stamp set that matches this paper. Let me see if I can quickly find that. Probably won't be able to do it quickly because I can't seem to do anything quickly. Oh, here we go. September. Is that the one? Yes. So the Ornamental Christmas Cling stamp set, that matches this paper that we're using, and that has a couple of nice Christmas trees in it. But I had this one in my collection, so I decided I didn't need another Christmas. Oh, you meant you like the way I've done it? Oh, that's good. Well, we can do one the other way as well. Why not? Okay, so I had this Christmas tree set, so I thought, well, it's still current, let's use that. Okay, so in both my little samples of this paper, I put my Christmas tree down with my sentiment at the top because I think I like that best. So let's just stamp our tree. Okay, get off. And got my Wow embossing powder. Who knows if that's going to be on sale tomorrow. Let's get that up. And I'm going to grab my little reversible tweezers because it's just a handy dandy thing. So that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'll put that to one side and I'll put this back in my little pot. And where's my brush? Here it is. So yeah, I'm sort of in the throes of trying to use up my papers. As pretty as they are, let's put them out on display and show them off. Because we don't want to have to wallpaper our house with them, do we, Felicity? Although, you know, that could be a good thing too. All right, let me just pop that there. Let me look at Tanya's question. Oh, look, it depends on how long a trimmer blade lasts. It really depends on how much cutting you do, Tanya. I generally change mine once they start cutting scruffy. And the cardstock that starts cutting scruffy first is Basic Black and Secret Sea, in my experience. Once that starts getting a fuzzy edge to it, I then change my blades. Oh, do you turn them? I didn't know you could turn them round, Leslie. That's an interesting thought. but then I cut both ways, so I don't know whether that would help me. But yeah, it really does depend on how much cardstock you're cutting. If you're cutting for lots of classes and lots of events, then you go through blades very quickly. So I'm just going to heat up my heat tool, and I'm just going to make sure I've got a little bit of, I don't want that there, so I'm just going to get that off. There we go. Alright, so I'll just heat this up and then we'll make a gold tree shine. There we go. Don't you just love embossing? It's just like magic every time. Love it. Love it. Okay, so that's our tree embossed. Let me put all the bits back into my little tray and get that tucked in away. And then I'm going to bring my Season's Greeting in from Itty Bitty, unless there's something else we could use. But it's just got to be the right size. That's the thing. Look, Peace and Happiness might work. Oh, that's Happy Holidays. I don't say Happy Holidays. What's this one? Peace and Happiness. Well, that could be nice instead of Season's Greetings. There's also Christmas Cheer. That would fit. But I don't. Though they're going to. This one's going to be Celebrate the Sea. That's too long. Okay. I think who wants Season's Greetings? Or Peace and Happiness. Peace and Happiness I'm going to have to get very straight. Am I dicing with death? Let's have a look. Alright, let's dice with death. Let's just go for it and see how straight Denise can get this. Let's just grab a scrap of paper first. This is all my scribbles for on stage for next year. Okay, do I have to twist it any which way to get it straight? Oh, let's go. Okay, let's just make sure it's going to sit nice and flat for me, because I've heat embossed it. It's sort of got a bit of a buckle in it. No, that's no good, Denise. Let's go that way. Okay. Alright, here we go. I can always do it again, can't I? I hope I got it straight. Is that straight? Look, I think it's pretty straight. I don't know. It'll do. It'll do. Okay, let's put that just there too. And let me have a look. You know, it's fairly straight. And you know, if somebody's had a glass of wine or something for Christmas, they're not going to notice if it's a little bit off kilter. Near enough is good enough. Yeah, I never used to really like that saying because I was such a perfectionist, but now I think it's pretty good. I like that saying now. Near enough is good enough. Okay. Okay, let's just, whoopsie. We've got that straight. Yep, that's straight. And where's my card gone? Here it is. So if you need to make a whole lot of cards and you want to do a bit of a wow, this one's got you covered. It's got you covered with the wow, and it's got you covered with using up your papers, and it's got you covered that you can bang them out really, really quickly. So let's pop that in there. And I can see that I've got like an even border all the way around. It's hard when you're working with black. Okay, fold our gate in. And look, my scoring's not spot on because I've got a little gap. But who's going to see that? Nobody's going to see that, see? So I am going to get 3 dimensionals. And I'm just going to, that's got to go over a little bit further. Okay, so that's where it's going to go. So I'm not going to go below my fingernails. I'm just going to put 3 dimensionals up the left hand side, and I'll just make sure I've got that stuck down well. And Tanya, quite often you can get a packet of blades that for some reason just go really quickly. Every now and then I'll get a pack that the blade just goes within, I don't know, when I say a couple of days, I'll probably do a lot of cutting in a couple of days, but they can just go. And then I'll get another pack and the blades can last quite a while. So sometimes the blades can come, I don't know, maybe not quite as sharp. Okay, so now you're going to put your front panel, and you're just going to eyeball it side to side that it's centered, and stick it down. And it's best to put your dimensionals on your card base, because then you know you're not going to go over the top here. So there we go, look. And now we shall get, there they are. So I put red ones on this one, and I put green ones on that. I was going to do gold, but I think the gold don't stand out, and I think a little bit of pop of colour is really good. I could do blue on these ones. Look, I've got 3 blue left. Let's just do blue for it. So if you're wanting to make a whole lot of cards, using up all your papers, I think I like this one down here better. That little blue dot's not quite behind. Come on, go behind. That's better. I'll go there. Using up a lot of papers, creating a wow. How easy is that? Why is that not stand? Oh yes, it is. And it will stand for display. Very easy if I fold it the right way. So there's 3 using 5.5 inches, nearly half a sheet of designer series paper. Now, as we know, we measured them into our standard, and you know what, we could go to we could actually use a whole half sheet, because our envelopes are just over 6 1/4. Let's just do it now. Hey, let's just have a go. Unless you want me to finish, I can finish right now. Okay, let's do this piece because I've already got it, and we're going to open up our, so we're going to make this 6 inches. Yep. And we're going to turn. Now, the thing when we do our mark on the 5.5 inch one, yes, exactly, Tanya. Oh no, Lynn, sorry. We're going to have to change it. So on the 5.5 inch card, we measured it down 2 3/4, which is halfway. So this one we're going to measure down 3 inches and mark there. I'm really winging this because I haven't done it yet before. So let's just hope and pray it works. Okay, let me just get my folds so I can see a little bit clearer. Okay, so we want to put a 4 inch score line, the second score line, and our pencil mark, which I can see in the track, and throw that away, and make sure your direction's the right way. If you got directional paper, put your 4 inch score line or the second score line in the track, and your pencil mark in the track. And let's see, I won't finish this off, but I we can start it to see how it's going to go, because I haven't got all my pieces cut. So, and I'm going to reverse this one. I'm not reversing it quite right now, am I? I didn't get quite into that second score line. Let me just go back and finish that, fix that. I didn't quite get into that score line, so I need to just shave a little bit off. Here we go. That's better. Some colours are hard to see. So this is 6 inches, and we've done 2, 4, 8 and 10, and I think I need a new blade, having talked about the blades. Okay, so, and then go over and over, and that's going to work. I definitely need a new blade up here. Look at this, it's a bit dodgy. There we go. But we could do it this way round. This card can go this way. Okay. So that, to me, Tanya, that's when I know I need a new blade. If I'm cutting black and it's going a little bit scruffy, I need a new blade. So let's bring this back in. It's just going to be a slightly bigger card. And we could use a couple of bigger dies if you wanted to. It's going to be the same width, and your insert inside will be slightly bigger. You could use the same size, but I would probably go a little bit bigger on the inside. So, black or secret sea, they're the two colours I find are the first ones that show me I need a new blade. And also, if you put a pencil mark on your card, remember to rub it off. So that they don't get a card with your pencil mark on it. There we go. So let me get, and let's just double check once again. Yep, that's a noisy car. That's going to fit into our envelope as well. So half a sheet of designer series paper. There you go, girls. 6 by 12. Score it 2, 4, 8 and 10. Mark halfway down. This one will be to the 3-inch mark, and cut from the second score line or the 4-inch score line down to the pencil mark on both sides. If it's directional paper, make sure you got your trees not on their heads, and then you can just work out inside. Grab your ruler. We know that's 6 inches, so I'd probably go 5.5 inches by 3 3/4, because that's 4 inches wide. So I'd probably do 5.5 by 3 3/4 matting piece, and then another one a little bit smaller. And again, whatever dies you want to put on the front, you can put on the front. So these are our cards. This one's a work in progress. But why waste half an inch of designer series paper when you can use up a whole sheet for 2 cards? So here's another one. Here's another one. And where are my traditions of Christmas ones? Here we go. I'm going to just keep going. I'm just going to keep making them because they're so much fun and so easy. These ones weren't directional papers, so they're easier. If you're worried you're going to get it wrong when you do the diagonal cut, use non-directional paper. Look at them all. And how quickly do they come together? Unless you decide to do a bit of heat embossing and then you're adding to your complexity. And then if you want to make it a bit bigger, cut a card on steroids and make it go up bigger, go for it. So let's come back to me. And here we go. Don't do it the wrong way, because otherwise your fa-la-la-las are upside down. Okay, let's come back to me. How did you like that? Oh, Lynn, you're going to go off and make some now. I hope you have success. I'd love to see a photo. post them, take a photo and put them on my, I don't know, put them somewhere. Send them to me. Oh, you love them, Felicity. There you go. You might be able to use up some of your paper instead of wallpapering your house. We don't want fa-la-la-la. No, fa-la-la-la upside down. That would be you've had too much Christmas cheer. Messenger? Yeah. Send it to me on Messenger. That'd be great. Because we're friends on Facebook, so that'd work. Oh, you just got the end, LeBray? Yeah. Oh, LeBray, you watch Linda, don't you? I think I see your name come up on Linda's. Oh, well, you can go back and watch the replay. And I'm a bit of a nong. I make fun of myself and, you know, cut things the wrong way, and I've got fa-la-la-la all upside down. But yeah, they come together so easily, and they've got a wow factor, and they use up our paper. So go for it, girls. Get out there and use your paper up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on Wednesday for Card and a Cuppa, and I hope you have a great start to your week, and keep making your cards handmade with love. Bye for now.